This is the 2021 Ford Ranger, but it's more than that. This is the Tremor package, and it's a lot more than the regular Ranger in a lot of different ways, and we're gonna take it for a drive. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix. If this is your first time to the channel, we do a lot more than very cool car reviews. We give you first looks of new vehicles, and we give you car smarts because we believe knowledge is power. This is the 2021 Ford Ranger Tremor. Now this is the step beyond the FX4 package, and what it offers is a lot more. It has a higher ride height by 1 inch, 32-inch general grabber tires, and a lot of cool off-road ability. Plus, inside, they've done a nice job changing that look as well because there's a lot involved in this vehicle. We're going to give you information so when you go into the dealership, you'll know what you want because a salesperson's job is to sell you on the vehicle. We're going to give you information in 10 categories and then rate it. In the end, we will give you a Car Coach Reports total so that you can compare it to some of its competitors. And there's a lot of them, and that list is down below. We're going to look at performance, handling, safety, visibility, seating, technology, features, and then we'll go outside. We'll talk about design and quality. We'll talk about cargo and towing capacity. We'll talk about price, and in the end, we'll give it a Car Coach Reports total so that you can do a fair comparison. Let's take a look under the hood, and then we'll take it for a drive. Under the hood is one engine option. It's the 2.3-liter EcoBoost engine with 270 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque, and it's backed up by a 10-speed automatic transmission. There is no engine options like some of the competitors, but we're going to take this one for a drive. Pretty good pickup in the normal two-wheel drive mode. Actually, it's really got some good pickup, and it's not like it's underpowered whatsoever, and that's really important. By the way, as we get started, fuel economy combined is 19 miles to the gallon. An old Gyps in mine, and hopefully we'll get a chance to test out some of the handling as we head back here. We've got 270 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque, and as we head to this little off-road trail that I've used in the past, I really liked how this vehicle handles itself on a daily basis. It really is enough for the street and still a great amount of power for off-road because you really don't want a lot of power to go off-road. I'm a racer and I usually like to go fast, but when it comes to off-roading, you really need to slow down. But when you're looking at performance of this vehicle, both on-road and off-road, because we've had this for a few days and had a lot of fun with it, this Tremor really is a great balance of handling, performance, good pickup. For performance, it earns a 9. Towing capacity on this vehicle is 7,500 pounds, and that's really good for a vehicle of this size. This is an old Gyps in mine, so I'm trying to get to the trail that we'd like to. Remember, the ride height is about 1 inch higher. There's a 1 inch wider stance. The terrain management allows me to choose the setting that I want, and these general grabber tires are 32-inch, so they really are good for off-roading, and it has a really nice ride on the street as well. The Tremor package offers a really good balance, like I said, of on-road and off-road, with the front and rear springs are tuned for off-road driving. It has a multi-leaf rear spring in the back, which increases wheel travel. The anti-sway bar stiffness has been reduced to minimize disruption over some of these rough roads, and it improves the ride comfort as well. The Ranger Tremor features a lifted suspension, so that includes the Fox 2.0 monotube dampers and rear piggyback reservoirs. They're specially tuned with front coilover and rear leaf springs, and that all matches really well with those 32-inch grabber all-terrain tires. 30.9 degrees approach angle and a 25.5 degree of departure angle and a 24.2 degree breakover angle. That makes this a really good off-road vehicle. If you want to do some serious off-roading and some rock crawling, there are skid plates underneath both the front and the rear, and they're tied into the frame. The front suspension increases 6.5 inches of travel, and the rear is 8.1. This vehicle is higher than your regular Ranger. It is improved over the FX4 package, and when you mix in the electronic differential, you can really see how this absorbs some of the bumps, but it also works really well with this terrain management, so you can dial in what you want and how you want to use it. If you're really serious and you want to do the heavy-duty rock crawling, that's not my thing. I like to go fast, not necessarily slow, but this is something a lot of people are into, and it's become really popular. The Ranger Tremor package has a good balance of on and off-road. I'm on a very rough road right now, and it's absorbing a lot of these potholes, and I'm doing this intentionally because I want you to see what it's like while I'm driving. It's a regular road, 35 miles an hour, and it's pretty rough on this road because it hasn't been maintained from the winter. But what we're getting is a good feel for how this handles on-road and off-road. And it's a really well-balanced system, and that includes the brakes. The brakes are there when you need them. Here we go. That's good whoa power, and you do need that when you're on the road. And this gives you a lot of confidence, and that's important when you're driving a vehicle like this, especially if you're using this as an everyday vehicle. And when it comes to handling, this vehicle absolutely earns a 9. When you're looking at safety, there's a lot of very cool features. The Ford sensing system is included in the technology package. There is Ford Copilot 360, which includes quite a few features, one of them being blind spot. And when you click on blind spot, you can see you get the trailer or the trailer length. You can put that information in, which I think is pretty cool. You've got your cross traffic alert, which is really important when you're backing up in anything so you don't hit somebody backing up at the same time in a parking lot. It's happened to me years ago. There's trailer sway as well. Your cruise control, which has the forward collision warning. It's adaptive, or you can go back to normal, which is nice to choose. This is your driver alert. If you start looking off the road or you start not paying attention, the vehicle will let you know. In addition, you've got your lane keeping system, which has different intensity modes, and your alert sensitivity, which is very nice to choose. In addition, you have your pre-collision warning, which has your active braking, your distance indication, which I have off, but it's something that you can adjust, and everyone's different on what you like to use. Again, all these features are here on your driver assist, which is the left side of the steering wheel and shows up right in front of you, so you can choose what you need. Now, all of this and a lot more, like the rear view camera, the pedestrian detection, forward collision warning, dynamic brake support, all of this including the pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, pedestrian detection, forward collision warning, and dynamic brake support, as well as a lot of other safety, puts this vehicle right up there. So there is a lot of good safety in this vehicle as well as the competitors, and it earns a 9 for safety. When it comes to visibility, this vehicle is seating high, which is good, but it also has some limitations looking out the front. You got a big piece of glass. You're not going to see the road right in front of you, but you're supposed to look way ahead anyhow. But looking out the back, you do have one little limitation there. You can see those headrests. Those can be folded down, but the idea is that if you have someone sitting back there, note there's going to be some limitations. The sill on the side here is about a good height, so you can put your arm there so people in the back row can also see out. The one thing you don't have is anything more than a backup camera. That is standard on all vehicles. So every vehicle you're looking at that's new since 2010 has a backup camera. This vehicle does not have an around view camera. Is that needed? No, but if you're off-roading, it's nice to see that incline and decline, where you're going, what's going on around you. Again, these are things that you're going to find at a higher trim level. Some of the competitors have it and some don't. But when you're looking at visibility overall for this vehicle, it earns a 7. When it comes to seating, this is really important. We're all built differently, so I always suggest you find a vehicle that has an adjustable height seat belt. Again, not every vehicle has it, but you want it so that seat belt's not cutting your neck. The driver's seat is 8-way power adjustable. The passenger side is 6-way. Both come with lumbar. It's 2-way lumbar, just in and out, but they also come with 3-stage heated seats. This is nice, and the seating is comfortable, as well as the materials that are here. They're a nice soft material, leather, but it also has like a sway in the middle. This is part of the Tremor package, and it looks pretty cool as well. I do like the red Tremor. Just to remind anyone sitting in the vehicle who looks in the vehicle, yeah, I bought the Tremor package. Let's take a look at the second row. Coming around to the back row, first off, the grab bars are here, which makes it easier to get into the vehicle or lift yourself up. I'm 5'8", I'm mostly legs, and I set the seat for me, so there's a good amount of space. Also, the seats are concave, so if you're longer in the legs, you'll have some room. There are pockets in front of you as well. The material is the same material as in the front, very nicely balanced. There are 2 USB outlets and a 110-volt outlet, and a little bit of storage here if you want to put something there. Also, you'll find there's not a lot back here other than power locks, the door, and some storage in the door window lifts. In the center, when you pull down this armrest, you'll find 2 cup holders. That's it, pretty simple, but there is storage in this vehicle. That is really great. You can put the seats down if needed. When you fold the rear seat forward, there is storage back here. There's also your subwoofer for your Bang & Olufsen audio. There is a jack, and the spare is located underneath the bed. That's pretty typical in a vehicle like this, but it's good to have a spot to put those few things that we all need. When it comes to seating comfort, This Tremor earns an 8. When you're looking at technology, you've got a pretty good sized screen, pretty normal for this category. When you hit the home button, you'll get your map, and of course what you're looking, you can add your phone. Your climate control is here as well as down below. Pretty basic stuff, nothing that over the top. I mean, when you're looking at a vehicle like this, you're not looking at anything too complicated unless you're looking at a Land Rover Defender, and then the price is going to go up quite large. You've got all of your mobile apps which come through the Ford app, which you get on your phone. Everybody's using it. It's an easier way to make things work. You've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which is normal. Going into the settings, you can then choose your sound system. This is a Bang & Olufsen system. Really nice, actually. I was really impressed with the system. It has surround sound. Of course, you can go into the regular old school stereo if you wish, but at least you know all that's available for adjustments. You then, of course, have your mobile apps, your Bluetooth, 911 assist, vehicle information, Ford Pass, and so forth. When you hit that vehicle information, the rear occupant alert, which you can leave on or off, your camera settings, which is important, especially if you're off-roading. I like to have the preview of the park aid. I think it's really important. And then when you go further back, you've got your voice controls, your Ford Connect, and your valet mode, and a lot of neat things, but pretty basic when it comes to technology. There really isn't a lot, and for technology, this vehicle earns a 7. When you're looking at features, the Tremor package includes the Ford Connect, the 4G Wi-Fi hotspot, which is great, your cargo box, which has the hauling gear for anywhere, and as well as a lot of other features we'll show you. Now, this is your cruise control, which is great, pretty normal, nothing unusual, and your adjustments for the gauges in front of you, and this is, again, your normal radio controls. When you go in front of the left side of the gauges, you can pick the different information that you need, including your driver assist, which would be part of your safety, and you can pick your different displays. Whatever works for you. You can also pick different visuals within each screen. So I think that allows you to make it very personalized for you, and I think that's nice. Pretty simple. On the right side of the regular gauge, which I actually like, especially for off-roading, you can pick your adjustments for what you're looking for. You can pick your stations, whatever you're looking for there. Pretty normal for audio systems, and that can be adjusted as well. The stalks on each side of the steering wheel are pretty normal, nothing unusual that you would see, and that's really easy to use. To the left side of the steering wheel, you've got your mirror adjustment here on the dash rather than on the door, your regular vents, and your lighting, and of course, this is for the light in the bed. Adjustments to move the steering wheel in and out and up and down is here on this lever. It's manual, as are most of the competitors. On the door, you have your lock and unlock, as well as your regular window lifts. Nothing unusual, some good storage in the door if needed. The B&O sound system is really top quality, and they're located here in the A-pillars as well as a subwoofer in back. Part of the Tremor package is a 6-switch auxiliary power pack to manage what you're looking for. Each of these switches can be adjusted to whatever you would like them to be. Stitching on this semi-soft top it's a little bit firm, but what are you going to expect at a vehicle in this price point? Again, we talked about the technology and what's here pretty standard. Your emergency switch here, your start-stop button there, and as you go further down, you've got the ability to tune manually, or you can use the digital setup that is obviously on the center screen. Going further down, you can see the 3-stage heated seats. Really nice on a cold day, and they do heat up really quickly. Trust me, you can get hot cross buns in no time. 2 12-volt outlets, 2 USB connections here, a little storage tray, and this is my favorite button to shut off. Right there, that is the auto off. You have your hill descent, your all-wheel drive, your trailer towing, park assist, and shutting off that traction control if you really want to have some fun off-road. When you're looking at this terrain management dial, it's really easy to use and very intuitive. Nothing unusual. When you're looking at your shifter, everything's normal. This is for increasing or decreasing when you're going down a hill. Very nice, very simple, easy to use. 2 cup holders, nothing unusual. Of course, you've got your manual parking brake. And then inside this glove box is nothing more than a glove box, very simple. And into the back, and your totally awesome, very cool Tremor logo, which I really like. Very nicely done, well designed. When it comes to features, with the 200 very cool accessories available on Tremor and for any Ranger, this vehicle earns a 7. When it comes to design, the first thing you're going to note is there's a different front end. It has a painted front grille. But one thing that's pretty cool, these red, they call them nostrils. I love this red marking. I think it makes it very distinctive, and you know you're driving a Tremor. Now going further down, you're going to see a functional grille, and there is skid plates underneath. They're mounted to the frame so you have protection. You'll also notice 2 hooks here in the front. There's also 2 in the back. We'll show you that as well. Everything is nice and clean, and it's easy to hose it off when you go off-roading. Going along the side, you're going to notice these LED lights, which are great and daytime running lights, and I love this aggressive hood, so they made this look a little bit different than the FX4 and different than the regular Ranger. The Tremor has a 1-inch wider stance, and with that comes 17-inch painted wheels and a 32-inch general grabber tires. They look pretty cool, and they fit nicely with this look. Also, you'll note there is a graphics package. I do like the difference in how they've really made it more aggressive and muscular. This is a Lariat. You need an XLT or a Lariat to get the Tremor package. It also comes with the 4 doors, which is required. One thing you'll note that I think is really cool is these hoop steps. Now, you got to be careful if you're using this every day because you could nail yourself in the shin, but it really helps get you out of the dirt. It also helps you get off that truck, especially if you have some sort of disability. I do like the fact that Ford also still offers their coding to get in the vehicle, not just a remote, but if you don't have your key, this is another way to go. You'll also note that the marker lights are here on the side mirrors. I really like how they did the matte black, made it look more aggressive and off-road, mixed in with the color. And this is a gray, of course, but it comes in some other cool colors, and there's an optional graphics package, which is really awesome. Again, gives you that throwback look to the old off-road days. When you move along to the back of this short bed, you'll find that it also has the Tremor decals. Let your friends know I bought this very cool package. I like these LED taillights, and as you work your way across the back, this big Ranger is embossed in the back, sort of like an F-150. It has that really nice truck look, but still it's an off-road vehicle. Painted bumper as well as a towing hitch. And all the electrical connections are right here and easy to use. They've really thought about how people are using this vehicle. And when you look at design for this vehicle, it's pretty awesome, and it earns a 9. When you're looking at the quality of this vehicle, it is built Ford tough. All the materials are high-end, and they really thought about skid plates and how this vehicle is being used, as well as top quality paint and decals. When you move to the inside, it's durable interior, not about luxury, but about using this vehicle every day. It's got comfort. And on the other side, when you look at its build quality, you'd be pretty impressed. It offers a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. And when you're looking at quality overall, both inside and out, I really like this Tremor package. It earns a 9. Coming around to the bed, when you put the tailgate down, it holds 51.8 cubic feet of storage. That's quite a bit in this vehicle, same as the competitors, pretty close in that area. The payload is 1,860 pounds. Also, you'll note that this bed liner, which is part of features, is lined, and that's really nice. And they did that this way. This is a bolt-on, but they also have spray-on, so it depends what you order. But when you're going off-road, you definitely want to protect this bed. It's really important. You'll also note that there are tie-downs in this bed, and like I said in features, there are a lot of different accessories you can put in here to make it your own. When it comes to value, the Tremor package is $4,290. Now that will go on top of an XLT or a Lariat package, and of course it comes with the 4x4, so you have to look at the base vehicle first, then add the Tremor package. Our test vehicle had trailer towing as well as a spray-on bed liner, and the total came to $47,360. Comparing this to the Toyota TRD, the Chevy ZR2, and a lot of the other vehicles we listed down below, we've reviewed them, and you can check out those comparisons before you make a final decision. When it comes to value for this vehicle, it earns a 9. The 2021 Ford Ranger with the Tremor package is a really nice blend of off-road on the weekend, and I need to drive this every single day during the week. It has great towing capacity for its size and its competitors, and it's a really good balance. Driving it on the roads here for a week, I felt pretty comfortable in this vehicle, and then taking it off-road, it had great capability because of the technology and the handling that's involved. Now, when you add up all 10 categories, and this vehicle does really well, it earned an 83. There are a lot of competitors. We listed them down below, plus reviews to those as well. And if you want more information about this, you can go to our website, Car Coach Reports. It's in English and in Spanish, and there's other contributors there that have opinions on this vehicle as well. Don't forget to check out our social media. There's a lot of new stuff coming out, and we do put it out there immediately. We are waiting for the Ranger Raptor, hoping we will get that here in the US, because that would be a really awesome vehicle. There's a lot of other trucks that are coming out on the market as well. That's on all forms of social media at Lauren Fix. And if you love vehicles, check out our podcast, Total Car Score, on all platforms. We have a lot of fun and interview some pretty cool people that might just impress you. We appreciate you watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.